All right, I'm going to pick up with number 5. Number 5 was letter C. It was an addition problem all the way through. She has 326 problems in her notebook, pages in her notebook. Freddie has 132 more pages than Carla. This is going to be similar to what we saw with the meat market or selling the pounds of meat. Okay, Carla has 326 pages. Freddie has 132 more than Carla. Which number line represents how to find the number of pages in Freddie's? So they did 100 because he has 100. It starts at 326 plus 100 because he has 132 more plus 30 plus 2. So that's how they worked out that problem. Number 6, Greg has some sunflower seeds. He wants to store them in an egg carton that is divided into 12 sections. Greg stores all of the seeds, placing 7 sunflower seeds in each section of the carton. How many sunflower seeds is Greg storing? He has some sunflower seeds. He wants to store them in an egg carton that is divided into 12 sections. He stores all of the seeds, placing 7 sunflower seeds in each section. How many sunflower seeds is he storing? So you make your strip diagram. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, these are the 12 sections of an egg carton. And this is going to be the total number of sunflower seeds. All right. What do we know about the 12 sections of sunflower seeds? Good. We know that each section has 7. 7 seeds, 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 and 7 seeds. Okay? I want to find the total number of sunflower seeds. I want to know how many sunflower seeds he's storing. So, what kind of strip diagram is this? What kind of strip diagram is this one? What operation does it represent? Awesome job. It represents a multiplication. So you're going to do 12 sections times 7 sunflower seeds, which equals a total of 84 sunflower seeds. Cecilia had an herb garden in her backyard. She grew several rows of herbs. The table below shows the number of herb plants in different numbers of rows. In 2 rows, she has 8 herb plants. In 4 rows, she has 16 herb plants. 6 rows, she has 24 herb plants. 8 rows, she has 32 herb plants. These are input-output tables, okay? So this is your input. This is your output, or relationship tables. What 2 operations can we do when we go from a smaller input to a larger output? Your number goes in the machine and out. A small number goes in the machine and out pops a bigger number. Small number goes in and out pops a bigger number. What 2 operations could be happening in this imaginary machine? Good. Addition and multiplication. Subtraction and division is going to be, it would make your number smaller. And my number is not getting smaller, my number is getting bigger. The number of rows equals the number of herbs minus 6. The number of rows equals the number of herbs minus 6. Minus makes that wrong. The number of herbs equals the number of rows plus 12. The number of herbs equals the number of rows plus 12. No. The number of rows equals the number of herbs divided by 4. The number of herbs equals the number of rows multiplied by 8. So you have to pay attention to what they're starting your comparison on. The number of rows here equals the number of herbs divided by 4. So then they're going backwards, okay? The number of rows equals the number of herbs divided by 4. So that's telling me that 8 divided by 4 is going to equal 2. That is true. 16 divided by 4 equals 4. They're going backwards, okay? So to go from the number of rows to the number of herbs, you're either going to add or multiply. To go from the number of herbs to the number of rows, you're going to do the opposite of that, which is subtract or divide. So to go this way, you're doing that operation. To go that way, you're doing the opposite operations. 24 divided by 4 equals 6, and 32 divided by 4 equals 8. This one is true. The number of herbs equals the number of rows multiplied by 8. Well, if I'm going to go here, I'm either dividing or subtracting, and that one says multiplication, so that is wrong. Number 7 was letter C. Number 8 is letter J. Patrick was doing a study on bees and discovered that all honeybees have 5 eyes, 3 small eyes on top of their head, and 2 big eyes in front. Which table shows the total number of eyes on different number of honeybees? 5 honeybees. Oh, sorry, you cannot see that. I'm sorry. 5 honeybees has 1 eye. No, that's not true. 5 honeybees does not have 1 eye. There's not 1 eye to share between 5 honeybees. 1 honeybee has 5 eyes. 2 honeybees has 10. 4 has 15. We're multiplying by 5. That makes it wrong. 1 honeybee has 10 eyes. Well, this tells us that honeybees have 5 eyes. 1 honeybee has 5. 2 has 10. 4 honeybees have 20. 8 have 40 eyes. And 9 honeybees have 45 eyes. J is the correct answer. Okay, this is a data representation. Chrissy is studying how long different animals usually live. She learned that leopards live about 12 years, black bears live about 18 years, horses live about 20 years, and Asian elephants live about 40 years. Which of the following best represents this information? So you had to know that leopards live 12, black bears live 18, horses live 20, Asian elephants live 40. Okay, so you're taking that information and putting it in your graph. And the correct answer here is letter C. Okay, it's really important that while you were doing this, you were paying attention to that key and that key. Because here, this represents 2 years. Each dot represents 2 years. And here, this looks like a little paw print. Each one represents 5 years. Number 10, we're almost done. It's another graph, and this one is specifically a bar graph. A Little League baseball team decides to sell candy bars for its annual fundraiser. The bar graph shows the number of candy bars sold by 4 players on the baseball team. How many candy bars did Brett and Mickey sell together? Well, this one is in the middle. That's 110, and Mickey is on 60. So you would add 110 plus 60, which gave you the answer of 170 candy bars. Okay, now we're moving on to the financial literacy type question. So what happens when supply and demand, spending and saving? Most of the limes that people in Texas eat come from Mexico. Last summer, a disease destroyed most of the lime crops in Mexico. Which statement best describes the effects the effect the destroyed lime crops will have in Texas? Well, if you destroyed most of your limes, you're not going to have a lot of them. So what happens when your product goes down, but your demand stays up? The amount of your product goes down, so your supply goes down, but your demand stays high. Good. When your supply is low and your demand is high, your price of limes is going to increase because there's not going to be a lot of limes. All right? People still want them, so farmers are still going to sell them, but they're going to sell them at a higher price because they don't have as many. All right? Number 12, Andy is starting a new job tomorrow that requires him to wear a white shirt. He found a white shirt at the store. He does not have enough cash to pay for the shirt and is not sure how much money is in his checking account. Which statement describes the most reasonable choice Andy could make in order to buy the shirt? Number 12 is letter F. He could use his credit card since he doesn't have the money at the time of the purchase. He can't write a check because if he doesn't have enough money in his bank account, the check is not going to work. You're not going to phone a friend because he's at the store. He needs to do it. And that's not very reasonable. And he can tell the salesperson that he doesn't have the cash to pay for the shirt and ask if he can take the shirt home today and promises to come back the next week with the cash. A person at the store is not going to do that. Okay? Letter F was the most reasonable choice. Adam is planning his monthly budget. Which of these would not be a reason to save money in his savings account? Not be a reason. Be prepared for unexpected expenses. You want to have money in your savings account for that. To buy a new house for his family. Houses are expensive. You need to save money. To pay for college for his son. College is expensive. You need to have money saved for college. To keep people from asking you to lend them money. If you have more money, people will tend to ask you to borrow it. That is the most reasonable answer. Gina has 42 mushrooms to put into 6 salads. She wants to put the same number of mushrooms in each salad. This one right here gets everybody because there's 6 salads. So your groups here are representing the salad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 7 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 42 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 7. The 6 represents your groups, so this one is out. She has 42 mushrooms to put in each salad. So she has a total of 42 mushrooms to put into 6 salads. 7 times 6 is 42. 6 times 6 is 36. 42 times 6 is 252. And 7 times 7 is out because that means that there were 7 salads. She only has 6 salads. She does not have 252 mushrooms to put. She only has a total of 42. She wants to put 42 mushrooms into 6 salads. Letter F is the correct answer. Don't forget to go fill out your Google form so you can earn some extra credit back on your unit assessment.